Today's episode is brought to you by Power Beats Fit, Beats' new wireless earbuds that are designed to move with you. More on that soon, but first, let's get into the episode.
Hello and welcome back to Well Played, presented by theSkimm. I'm Caroline Hendershot.
And I'm Blake Morgan. Caroline, those were our stunt doubles in these seats last week for us. We were kind of sick. If you look at the video, we were looking washed out, not our best selves. And that's because it wasn't us.
It wasn't us. It actually wasn't us. But no, I actually can't even begin to explain my week last week, and it all started on Tuesday.
I know. I was like, I feel like I haven't heard from Caroline a lot this week, and I didn't see you really post a lot on Sunday.
Correct.
Or I know you traveled on Friday, was it, or Thursday?
Let me tell you. Okay, so I begin the week. I'll do the short story long version, as I like to do. I begin the week on Monday. I'm being, a very responsible citizen. I'm going and getting my flu shot.
Important, yeah.
Monday, 4 p.m. Okay, get the shot. Tuesday morning at 4 a.m., wake up out of a dead slumber, and I feel horrific. I'm like, body aches. I'm sweating, the whole thing. I'm like, wow, these post-vaccine symptoms are really something. Mm-hmm. Okay. I, take my Tylenol, I go back to bed, wake up, go through the day on Tuesday. By the end of the day on Tuesday, I'm like, I am down bad. This is not good.
Right after we saw each other.
Yes.
I was also down bad.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is like, we're going more down as the day goes on. Wednesday morning, I wake up, death has fallen upon me. I am like... It would have been more enjoyable had I been dead, because it was body aches, fever, chills, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, oh, this is what dying feels like. Cool. Awesome.
Wait, it just sounds like you got the flu.
I went to urgent care.
No.
They swabbed me.
No.
The flu.
Are you kidding?
You motherfucking betcha.
And it wasn't because you just got the vaccine?
It wasn't because of the vaccine. The doctor was like, it takes like 2 weeks to fully get it in your system. Like, you just had the flu brewing and then you got the flu shot. Shitty timing. And I was like, sick. So I have to fly out to Chicago tomorrow because I have a game on Big Ten Network on Saturday.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. And you're damn right I'm not missing this. So I was like, give me everything. They gave me Tamiflu. Tamiflu can go one of 2 ways for people. It can shorten your symptoms 1 to 2 days, or it can wreck you the fuck up. And I was like, roll the dice. Anything is better than how I'm feeling right now. Roll the goddamn dice.
That's not
true. So, correct. So I take the Tamiflu. Thursday morning, I wake up definitely feeling better. I'm like, okay. We're climbing out.
I'm holding my breath.
The amount of crying photos I had on my camera roll that I was sending
to my... And you're not sharing them with the class?
That I was sending to my sister, being like, she'd be like, how are you feeling? Crying photo. Would receive crying photo. And my mom happened to be in town, my mom and dad, because they were driving down to Florida, so they stopped by. So I did get some cuddles with mom and dad. Yeah. But then Thursday, leave for Chicago. Friday, I wake up. And meanwhile, I'm feeling so unprepared because I have been on my deathbed. And Friday, I get up, go to meetings all day with the Northwestern staff. I'm like definitely better on Friday. I'm good. I like definitely don't have a fever or whatever. Saturday, I wake up. I have the Tamiflu. 30 minutes later, I'm like, I'm going to vomit. I'm going to vomit. I'm going to puke. That's one of the side effects of Tamiflu, if you didn't know. So what do I do? Haul my ass to CVS, get me some Dramamine, pop that in the system. Dramamine, anti-nausea, but also makes you very sleepy. I was the sleepiest girl that ever lived all day on Saturday. And then, okay, time to fly home because I have a Jets game on Sunday.
Oh my God.
I get to the airport, flight's delayed. I land at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, get back to my house at 2:45, go to bed at 3:45, wake up at 7 a.m. for a Jets game, and then do the entire Jets game. I slept 13 hours on Sunday night.
That made me want to throw up, that whole story.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't wish the flu upon my worst enemy.
That's why I get the vaccine.
And I have a lot of enemies I don't like. And I wouldn't wish it upon any of them.
No, it's always hell. I'm in bed for a week straight.
It was horrific. So anyway, get your vaccines.
Or sooner rather than later, or else you're going to end up with Caroline.
And wash your damn hands.
Yes. Okay.
So on that note,
I had like a kind of really good weekend, actually. I was in the Poconos with my friends. So my voice sounds like this. And I'm really leaning in because, I love a rasp.
Yeah. It's sexy. It's sultry.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Okay. Well, screw you. But anyways, let's get into the sports weekend because it was quite the weekend.
Right. It was very busy.
There was lots going on. Make sure you're checking out this episode on YouTube. Just search for Well Played by theSkimm. Or if you are a Spotify listener, you can also watch us on Spotify or just wherever you listen to your podcast. Apple Music, the podcast app. I don't know what you call that. Is that?
It's just Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast? Okay. the purple app?
Forget Apple Music.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're actually starting off this week with Playing the Field.
Let's play it.
Which we haven't played in a long time.
We haven't. Our favorite WAG, Miss Olivia Culpo, hit us again with a truth bomb and reality check about having an identity crisis when she became a mom, which honestly, not a mom, famously.
Right.
Myself.
Never been pregnant.
Not even close to that stage of my life. However, so relatable.
I know. I was thinking about that too because I was like, does it seem kind of funny that two girls who have never been pregnant and never have had kids are talking about a reality truth bomb that Olivia Culpo dropped? And I was like, yes. However, I just think it's very refreshing.
Correct.
The fact that these conversations are happening so that young girls, child brides like us, we do have children, it's just like the conversation's already been started.
Correct.
Which is why I wanted to talk about this story with Olivia Culpo.
Yes. So in case you need a refresher, she's married to 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey, and she opened up about how scary it was transitioning into parenthood and having someone depend on you. A choice she says she'd make happily 10 million times over.
Yeah, this was on the podcast The Squeeze, which is hosted by Taylor Lautner, the other Taylor Lautner, who's not Jacob from Twilight, his wife, who is also named Taylor.
Taylor and Taylor Lautner.
Yeah. And so in the podcast, Olivia went on to say, I'm so grateful that I have my husband because while I'm totally working and I'm doing everything in my power to keep working, let's say all that went away, would I have the same ability without his support 10, 12, 15, 20 years ago to light that fire at my butt when I have somebody who really needs me, which is my baby? No.
Yeah.
First of all, I also want to talk about how she at the beginning was like, I'm totally working and I'm doing everything in my power to keep working. I feel like she's like calling out this pressure that women feel to be like, oh, no. I know that like I have a lot of resources and, I have a baby, but like, I'm a working mom. Like I'm doing, but it's also like, it's okay if that's not your reality either.
Completely.
Like it's okay to take a chill pill. And I think it was so awesome that she was talking about her relationship to ambition changing and just like, yeah, she was like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm a different person now.
No, 100%. And also like two things. One, nothing like having the flu to be the absolute best birth control because I was like, I can't take care of myself. Taking care of another human while feeling this down bad. I'm like, how do moms do it? That was number one. And then number two, I like couldn't agree more that it was like, she talked about how it was scary to have her ambition change. And I'm like, yeah, I think about that all the time with me. Like, if you just think about the story I told about this past week, how do you do that with a child?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's really refreshing that the conversations are being had, but also just like, I think sometimes we get lost in it because we're always like advocating for women, but there's the reason that things are the way they are right now are because of all the women that came before us. So it's like having these conversations and saying the scary inside thoughts that you think, oh, I'm only having this. What we've learned from TikTok, no one has an original thought. We're all feeling it. So like say it with your chest
true.
and like it helps women in the future.
God, I know. And I always think about that with guests that we've even had on the show. I remember when Amanda was here talking about the Ryder Cup, I was like, she is jet setting across country all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Athletes, jet setting across country all the time, competing, putting their bodies to like the limits that we obviously as non-professional athletes can't even like fathom.
Yeah.
And I think about you, my sweet girl.
Thank you for
the
putting
one
me in
that
that
you want to start. Like, I don't know. This must be something that you think about.
No, all the time. Literally all the time. So it's nice that the conversation, she's just been so vulnerable and so open. And it's like, I don't think we can highlight that enough because that is so understated in today's day and age. And I so appreciate it.
Thanks, Miss Olivia.
Yeah, thanks, girlie.
But also I want to talk about in the same realm of podcasts and WAGs. It reminded me of this week when Kylie Kelsey was talking about this Reddit post that this woman posted where she was like talking about the phrase, we're pregnant.
Oh my God.
Which
yes.
I had never thought about, again, because I've never been pregnant
Famously,
before.
have never been pregnant. I feel so strongly. You would have thought I've carried 17 children. I feel so strongly about this. I'm like, here's the thing, pal. You're not the one whose vagina just got split open and whose entire body just changed. You're not pregnant. You're expecting. You and your wife are expecting. Totally fair. you're not pregnant.
Yeah, Kylie did say he's not building a human. He's not tired like a pregnant person can be.
Correct.
He probably likes the smell of food, which is honestly one of the most infuriating things about pregnancy. Oh, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
Criminal.
Even right now, sometimes when I'm like about to get my period, I'm like, shit is stanking today.
Yeah.
I do not like this. And I get upset.
Totally.
Can't even enjoy anything.
Totally.
So I'm glad that she talked about this because I feel like it's something that it just like goes over their men's head.
Because they don't mean it in like a malicious way, but it's just like that's like an old timey phrase of like, oh yeah,
you'd never be like, we have the flu.
Yeah, no, we don't. No, we do not. Caroline has the flu. Caroline is on her deathbed. But yeah, I loved all of that.
Well, moving on to not so fun news, we need to talk about this really gross thing happening in the world of sports betting because apparently there are sports gamblers who are trying to predict WNBA players' performances based on whether or not they thought said players were on their periods. One content creator even called it blood money. This is totally normal behavior.
Yeah, there's one account in particular that's called Fade Me Bets.
That name alone makes me want to...
Says everything you need to know, which has almost 30,000 followers and shares predictions about whether a specific player is menstruating, ovulating, or in their late luteal phase. This summer, the account said that Caitlin Clark was, quote, on the end of her late luteal phase, meaning a decrease in cardio, decrease in strength, decrease in aerobic system. She's going to be tired more often than in a normal game. Okay. Wow. This is obviously, one, disgusting. Two, let's open the bigger conversation here. Degenerate gamblers. Like, we need to should we call in, phone a friend, maybe talk about the addiction because you've gone too far.
Right. Also, this man, you need to look at his account because this guy posts video. Talking about going too far. He posts videos of himself in a ski mask with ski goggles on so he's not traceable.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And we all know how I feel about that. You want to say something, say it with your God.
Show us your face, baby boy.
Chest.
Show us your face.
Oh, I hate that behavior.
I know. It's also just like, why are we... He's just like playing into this idea that women can't do great things when they're on their period, which is a tired and not true.
Also, like...
assumption.
Not for nothing. This was like a scandal. I forget what Olympics it was actually, but there was actually like pregnancy doping with a lot of Russian rowers where they got pregnant and like timed it so that they had all of the like benefits of the hormones and everything right before the Olympics. And so like you're trying to tell me like, oh, women can't do things because of their sex.
Right.
Shut up.
I never heard that.
Sit down. Shut up. It was a little bit scandalous. So
pregnancy bets. Also, the thing that pisses me off too is like, because we were debating whether or not to include this story because the WNBA season is over.
Right.
However, there are other women's sports happening. Soccer, Love B, League One volleyball is a thing. So I just worry that this is going to become more prevalent in other sports for women, and I can't stand to see that happen.
If you or someone in your life is betting on women's sports based on their luteal phase, reminder, there's help. There's gambling addiction websites and hotlines that you should call. Shall we get to some pretty boys?
Let's talk about pretty boys who aren't.
Let's talk about boys that we actually prefer.
Right.
Okay, so let's get into pretty boys of the NFL. Broncos versus Giants is going to be our first game of the week because we're moving on from whatever the hell that story was to week 7 of the NFL. So, Blake, your haiku, please.
Hang on.
Sorry, did I fluster you?
No, you didn't. It's like I had it here and then
it disappeared.
Hold up, I got to pull up I'm like on 2 devices right now.
It's
a little ridiculous.
iPad kid.
It's because of the security protocols. I'm not kidding, on our devices. Hold up. I got it.
It's okay. The security devices, they're just trying to prevent being the Louvre.
Okay. I got it. Ready?
Okay. And go.
So here is my week 7
haiku.
You better believe
Oh.
in the unks who play football and in Pat's revenge.
That was good. That was really, really good.
And you understood like everything I was touching on, right?
I loved that.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, no, that was great. A+.
Totally normal. Okay, so let's start with the craziest game of the weekend, Broncos Giants. I tuned into this one by myself, actually.
Girly.
I had a video I was going to send you of me eating dumplings as I watched the final field goal. I think that's what they call it, being kicked. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no way, that was crazy. And then I noticed I had a little chili crisp right here. So then I decided not to send it to you because I was like, this is too embarrassing.
Wow. I can't believe you.
We missed an opportunity for you to send me pictures of you crying.
Yes.
And for me to look like an idiot while eating dumplings watching football.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the frat bros of Newark totally choked Sunday night's game
Unfortunate
against the Broncos. People were saying this was like the most exciting final quarter of the NFL season so far.
It was nuts.
Something. Tell me. I mean, I watched it, but please recap cleanly for our audience. And like, how did Bo Nix go from being kind of like hot garbo for most? Sorry, hot garbo meaning hot garbage.
No, I love that. Hot garbo.
I feel like garbo is maybe a little too.
Put that into the freaking utility because baby, hot garbo. I love that.
How did he go from being hot garbo to pulling it off?
So, saying the Broncos had a slow start is an understatement of the century because they started the fourth quarter, no points. Zero. Big old whopping zero. They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter to win the game.
That doesn't happen often.
No. So there were plenty of ways that this went wrong for the Giants, including an interception like with 5 minutes to go by Jackson Dart. There were many mistakes. There was a missed field goal after their last touchdown by their kicker, Jude. I literally couldn't even tell you. McTominay, I think his last name is. But he's a German player, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, so there was that. Everyone's going to want to blame him. I obviously am going to blame the defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen, because how the fuck do you not let up any points for 3 quarters and then all of a sudden it's just like open the floodgates?
What do you think happened? Like,
I don't know.
He was having a margarita on the side or something?
I don't know if they probably changed their offensive attack and then there was also errors on errors on errors for the Giants. Like they did kind of shoot themselves in the foot at times. But it was just kind of crazy. They came back and they played their cards more than right. Like they crushed it. So unfortunately, the Giants did fall. They've been in a couple close games this season where like they could be 5-2 right now, and instead they're 2-5. But there's a lot of promise in like their world right now. So I don't think, while it's gut wrenching, and this is like the Broncos, like a millionth win by a field goal kick as game time expires. So like definitely a trend for the Broncos and a little bit of a bum for the Giants. But I do think that the Giants, everything's trending in the right direction over there. So like there's things to be positive about.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're freaking out.
Well, they're really upset.
Yeah, but it's okay. I think they shouldn't freak out as much as they are. However, I do want to point out that after this game, when the Broncos kicker kicks the field goal and clock is at 0, the ref is going to run off the field, and there's video of Broncos linebacker Dre Greenlaw running after him, yelling at him.
Wait, what?
And then he throws a flag, and the NFL has suspended Dre Greenlaw for 1 game for unsportsmanlike conduct after he chased the referee, Brad Allen, and verbally threatened him as he tried to leave the field. Yeah.
The game was done, bro.
Yeah, it was done. And also like weird behavior because your entire team is celebrating the kicker and you're going to just chase after the ref.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, so I'm sure it was about like a PI call that was called that he was upset with. But it's also like, you are a veteran. You have to be smarter than that. You know how well protected the refs are in this league. Don't do that.
That's so weird.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. That's too much. So yeah, not in a good spot. But I will say, Nix himself did not know how they managed to do it. Like when they were trailing with just under 7 minutes left, the Broncos win probability was 1%.
That's wild.
And before Sunday, NFL teams won 1,602 consecutive games when leading by 18 points with 6 minutes to play. Giants broke the streak.
I know. And Jackson, he was not happy in that post-game preference.
No.
I just said preference.
Puff wins.
Oh, it's like press conferences preference now.
Yeah.
The preference.
It wasn't great. Okay, so let's go to Bengals Steelers, better known as the Unk Bowl.
Unk Bowl.
I'm talking about Bengals Steelers Thursday night, led by 2 of the oldest players in the NFL right now, Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is literally the oldest at 41 years old.
We think our listeners know what Unk is.
That's a good...
I think it's a valid question.
No, that's actually a really good...
We're getting laughs in the room, but I'm being serious.
Why don't you explain what Unk means?
I think just Unk is like a colloquial word for Gen Z and probably Gen Alpha. I feel like really spearheaded this one.
Yeah.
To talk about an old head, like somebody who is just old and kind of like out of touch. Yeah, sometimes you'll say like he's chopped and unk, which means like he's really just out of touch.
Yeah.
And so
and like unk as in like a term of almost like a term of endearment.
It's like it's short for uncle essentially.
Yes, yeah. And so it's just like old person behavior. It's kind of like boomer energy, but it's like the updated version.
Right, because like boomers aren't like we're getting older now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like boomers are like
millennials, which we are cuspers, but we are getting old.
Millennials are becoming.
We're becoming the boomers.
Are becoming the boomers. Yeah.
Things are moving too fast. So
wait.
Oh my God. Okay.
I do have to say, yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Our producer Rachel literally read our scripts, and we have Unk capitalized in our scripts, and she literally read Unk Bowl as the UNC Bowl.
Which is valid because like when we talk about Bill Belichick, it's like, oh yeah, I keep thinking he like works at Unk.
No, and when they said like when they put a graphic up of UNC like Chapel Bill on one of the broadcasts, I was like, oh my God, Unk.
Right, because he's Unk.
Yeah.
He is an actual certified Unk.
Yeah, so okay, hilarious.
Anyway, this is Unk Bowl because they're old heads.
Yeah.
With love. All the love in the world.
Love.
Anyway, so I lost it also when someone I saw call it the Icy Hot Bowl.
Hilarious.
And the AARP Bowl.
Also a great one.
Yes. And one thing that I picked up on as I was like looking through this game was that people actually felt like they were watching younger versions of Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco play, like of 2010's past.
Correct. I say this every year. Joe Flacco, for as long as I can remember, like in his current role as like typically like the backup quarterback, there's always 1 to 2 games a season where he's like, hold my beer, I gotta remind these kids who the fuck I am, and just balls out. He was unbelievable. He threw 31 passes for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Even I know that's a lot,
like,
guys.
Insanity. He's 40. Not that 40 is old in the real world, but like 40 in
world.
Sports world, old. I'm like, okay, Joe still got it. And not for nothing, Rodgers threw 23 passes for 249 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also did have 2 interceptions. But like, insane. Just like, crazy behavior. It was like vintage Flacco and Rodgers.
Right. I like that.
Yeah. It was a plus. But I will say Joe Flacco is now the starting quarterback while Joe Burrow is healing from his turf toe debacle. Some fans were wondering like what he's been up to. Did you see him sideline? He's clearly prepping for his Halloween costume as Conrad Fisher from The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Obviously.
He's got full-blown bangs.
The flow.
They're like covering his eyes.
Emo Joe.
I'm like, honey.
We're gonna call him Emo Joe.
Just trim. Yeah, Emo Joe.
He always
Emo
comes
Joe.
out with
Emo
what?
Joe. Emo?
Yes, emo, like emotional.
I'm saying it and it's not sounding right coming out of my mouth.
I know, it's one of those words.
Okay,
those
go on.
phrases.
Sorry.
No, he always just shows out with the hairstyles.
Yeah.
And you know,
for something. Yeah.
To quote Marnie Michaels from Girls, way to shoot down the girl who put herself out there and took a chance creatively.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
I know that I've like shat on Joe in the past, but I have a soft spot for him.
No, we do love him. Yeah, he's definitely like a weirdo, but like
we need more of that, I think, in football,
we love a very vulnerable weirdo, you know?
He's not very vulnerable though. He gives us he's like, go girl, give us nothing.
Yeah.
Except for the hairstyles.
Yeah. Vulnerable with his hair.
Right.
But yeah, Joe Flacco also, I just think he's been a joy to watch because so many people have been asking him like, why are you still playing? Like yada yada yada. And he just always talks about how he hopes that his kids like remember this era of him playing football and how when it's not always like the easy decision, but like there's still a fun and a joyness that he gets from this sport. So it's like, while it's hard, he still wants them to like go through these things that bring them joy.
Right. And it's like, just because it's a challenge doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it.
Correct. Yeah.
Which is nice.
So cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go Joe.
Love that.
Other Joe.
Go other Joe.
Okay, let's move on to another great game from this past weekend. The Patriots took on the Titans and gave them a little whooping, 31-13. And I feel like coming out of this game, I noticed 2 sort of takeaways.
Give me.
One, it was a revenge game for the Patriots head coach, Mike Vrabel.
Yes.
Former coach of the Titans.
Yes.
And number 2, Drake Maye is a Timothy Chalamet contender. Like
Correct.
early whispers.
Yeah.
And by Timothy Chalamet, I almost said Hillary Chalamet. Hillary Clinton. He's a Hillary Clinton contender. Anyway, when I say Timothy Chalamet, I mean like MVP convos, but like light whispers.
Yeah, light whispers. And I think this weekend kind of solidified more of a case for that because so let's start with the first point. It was 100% a revenge game for Vrabel. He was fired by the Titans in 2023. And so when you as a player know that, all the players are playing different mentality.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. In Sunday's game, he beat the Titans by double digits, clinched their 4th straight win of the season. Now they lead the AFC East, which is effing crazy because the Bills have been top dog for as long as we can remember. And like post Brady, post Belichick, the Pats have been cheeks. So like seeing them turn it around is like, oh, okay. It's they're coming out with a statement. So but Drake Maye, that's the bigger point. I think that people don't understand how crazy he's been playing. And so here are a couple stats for you to conceptualize.
Okay.
Here's a list of players in the NFL, in the history of the NFL, with 4 or more consecutive games in a single season where the quarterback has 200 or more passing yards, 73.3% or more completion percentage, and 100.0 or higher passer rating. That list, Drake Maye, Tom Brady.
Wait, really?
That's the list.
Whoa.
Yeah. And when we talk about like, oh, when did Tom Brady do that? The 2007 season when they went undefeated in the regular season.
I remember that.
Peak Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So like, this is crazy. And it just goes to show how insane he's playing. And I just like can't get over it because also he set a new franchise record for single game completion percentage with at least 20 attempts at 91.3%. You're like, okay, cool. That doesn't sound anything crazy. The last guy who held that record, Tom Brady.
So he's TB2.
Yeah, he's TB2. He's DM2. It doesn't hit
DM1 because he's the one and only.
I know, it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same. I tried. Anyways, but also like you really can't hate Drake Maye because I feel like Brady, you were like, oh, he's got like this swagger to him. You just hate him. Drake Maye and his wife and
He's
Michael.
married?
Yes. I know.
Children.
Okay, but they were literal like middle school sweethearts.
Oh
They're
my
so
God.
cute. And again, his wife, I've met his wife before. The nicest human being.
They seem very
alive.
sweet.
Like, it seems fake.
Where did you meet them?
Super Bowl.
Casual.
Yeah. Yeah. She is an angel. Like, so sweet. So
Drop a name.
It's really hard to not root for them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, crazy. There was also a moment post-game. Wait, did you see this?
In the locker room?
Yeah. So after the end of the game, you know, coach gives out game balls, whatever. Before he was like, okay, break it down, Drake Maye was like, hey, stop. I got something. And like all the players are like kind of like, ah, because they know what's coming. And so does Vrabel. And he was like, I just got to say something along the lines of like, we love playing for you.
Yeah.
You're a hell of a coach. This game ball's for you.
Aww.
And it was like, oh, I love when men tell other men that they love each other.
I know. And Vrabel was getting all like tickled pink.
Yeah. I'm just like,
He's getting shy.
I love. And honestly, just like goes to show true, like that's like a true locker room. Like in it through the bad shit. And then like when it gets good, it's so much better. Love it.
Speaking of Vrabel, it's time for Turn It Up, presented by Beats, the brand that amplifies every moment. This week, we're turning up the volume on a story that's all about making women's voices heard. Literally.
I'm turning it up so loud that I'm literally noise canceling your voice.
No, listen, girl, listen.
What? Sorry, I can't hear you. What?
Can't come to the phone right now.
Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel recently opened up about how when he was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, he always called on veteran reporter Teresa Walker first in press conferences. There's like this really cute compilation of him addressing Teresa every single morning, being like, good morning, Teresa. How's it going, Teresa? As he like gets to the podium and then is like, Teresa, go ahead, and opens it up to her. Love it.
And she always does.
Iconic.
And he acknowledged that the NFL is a tough business for women, which was like so refreshing, you know? And in a room dominated by male voices, he wanted to pass the mic to women first to make sure that they were heard.
Yeah.
Love that.
Can't get enough of him, especially too because he is like this tough, gruff head coach in the NFL. And he's like, no. I can acknowledge that like women should be in the business and it's hard for them to be in the business. Love you, Mike. Thank you for that. Coming from a really special place of mine. And as the Patriots head coach, now he has continued the tradition. He's calling on Karen Gurekian first, every press conference. He explained he wanted to set the tone and show respect both for Walker and Gurekian, longtime journalists who have covered the NFL for years and deserve, honestly, that spot.
And I think gestures like this matter just for building a more equitable and representative sports media landscape. And it also is a reminder that it's not that hard to make the space for everybody, but especially for women.
Yes, in a male-dominated field, not even just journalism. I'm talking like they're working a sport where it's all men playing on the field, male coaches predominantly. He will cut off other reporters in a press conference to make sure that like Teresa or Karen get the first question, which I love. It's an easy gesture and it finally gives those women respect like they should have had in the first place.
Go off, Mike. And go ahead, Teresa and Karen.
Lastly, little Lions update from Monday Night Football. They beat the Bucs 24-9 on Monday Night Football. Shockingly, kind of in a not so close game. But the biggest news out of that, unfortunately, is Tampa Bay wide receiver Mike Evans. He broke his collarbone.
Ow.
Yeah. So ending his season and likely ending his incredible record of 11 consecutive seasons, 11 of 1,000 receiving yards or more. That is cuckoo bananas. Like insane. You know what that means.
I know what it means, but it's like, I want to know what the threshold is.
Oh, I don't have that like stat line for you, but what I can say.
I thought you were ESPN or something.
You're right. It's like I have ESPN or something. What I can say is that it is very hard. I would say it's like an incredible game if a receiver has 100 or more. Incredible. And so let's say you got 100, like that would be quite a bit of receiving yards every single game. Not going to happen, obviously. You'd be well over 1,000, but that doesn't happen every game.
Right,
so it's
right.
like the fact that he has had 1,000 for 11 seasons straight just goes to show.
Crunch those numbers.
Very dominant. Yeah. And in case you missed it, just quickly, Shohei Otani. He has played what some are calling the greatest game in baseball history. This past weekend, the LA Dodgers took on the Milwaukee Brewers in Game 4 of the National Championship League Series.
Yeah, I mean, I think I should just address the elephant in the room, which is that Caroline and I don't always watch baseball.
I would say I rarely watch baseball until it's World Series time, but it almost is.
Friday.
Yeah. So like,
but we had to talk about this one.
Lock in. Yeah.
This one was just too crazy to not talk about because not only did Shohei throw 6 scoreless innings and strike out 10 players, he himself also hit 3 home runs, which traveled a combined 1,342 feet, including one that flew out of Dodger Stadium.
He really said, don't worry, I'll do it myself. You guys are pissing me off. I'll fucking do it myself.
And then he does it and then like is really nonchalant
He's
about it.
so cash.
He's so nonchalant
like,
about it.
Okay, another day.
Teammates were, on the other hand, going wild, speechless in the dugout. It was so cute.
And
he high-fives like every single person when he comes back with the home run. It's so adorable.
He's so wholesome.
Yeah, so he led the Dodgers to win 5-1 against the Brewers, and now they are going to advance to the World Series this Friday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, where they'll take on the Toronto Blue Jays in their first World Series appearance since 1993.
No shade to the Dodgers, I promise, but
proceeds to say something shady.
I love when someone
gotta cushion it.
I love when someone goes to the World Series for the first time. Like, how can you not root for them?
Right.
Sorry, Dodgers.
I mean, it's been a while. What's 1993 to 2025?
Too long. 7, carry the 1. 32.
Good job.
That was really fast math.
I was going to say.
Wow.
Couldn't have done it myself.
Yeah, quite literally. Here on Well Played, we know the best plays happen when you're locked in.
We love a flow state.
The same goes for your earbuds. Meet Power Beats Fit from Beats. The new wireless earbuds are designed for stability and comfort, thanks to secure fit wingtips that tuck in your ear and stay put no matter how you move. Yes, that includes sprinting after your kids, a spin class, or on your crowded commute, or if you're like me, when you sweat when you run.
They're sweat-proof, water-resistant, and have up to 30 hours of battery life. So you've got the power to go from game time to overtime without missing a beat.
When it's time to lock in, advanced active noise canceling has you covered. Need to stay aware of your surroundings? Transparency mode lets you hear what's going on around you.
Plus, Power Beats Fit is compatible with both Apple and Android devices. So no matter your team, you're good to go. Whether you're powering through a workout or tackling the workday, Power Beats Fit helps you turn it up. Check out all 4 colors and learn more at beatsbydre.com.
Okay, Blakey Poo. Time to close out the show.
No one's called me that in so long. Thank you. Actually, it was cute.
Romance isn't dead, baby. Okay, let's close out the show with our favorite segment, Send It, our favorite viral sports clips of the week. Shall you start?
I can start, yeah.
Okay.
So I want to talk about Bridget Condon, reporter and host for the NFL Network, who shared a video of herself pumping on the sidelines to the song Life of a Showgirl.
Yeah.
I knew that like team reporters did this. I didn't know that they could do it as fast and efficiently and like make it look as seamless as she did. I was blown away. I also didn't realize the pump, I don't even know, pump machine. They have like portable ones. You could just like,
oh yeah, you hook them on.
Yeah, hook them on. They're like, they could be like a little bikini. I swear to God.
Walk around. Yeah.
But her outfit too was like, she was wearing a really, I honestly want this jacket. It was like a cute maroon with a little bit of fur. Yeah. And then she was also wearing a bodycon, sort of like mock neck.
She looked incredible.
She had to like get in there. Shove it in.
Yeah.
Pump. Bring it out. Put it in the bottle. Do it again on the other side. Da-da-da-da. And I was just like, okay, women in sports.
Yep.
This is what we watch for.
Yep. Yeah.
I love when women.
I love when women.
I didn't realize that. Like, have you seen this before at like a game?
I mean, I haven't seen them in the act of, but like, yes. And you know what? It always cracks me up is like the lactation rooms that honestly, not even just that, because like usually those don't even exist. The women's locker rooms that we as a traveling team are usually afforded this big. A closet with like a shower and one toilet, and then it's like this big. Always.
What?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
And that's where they're supposed to pump.
Are we surprised? Yeah.
Honestly, at that point, I'd be like, fuck it. I'm doing it on the field.
I think there might be other areas in certain, like I know it, in Jerry World, because of course. I know that like there are some like really nice dressing rooms for the TV sideline reporter. So maybe they have some nicer
Your facilities
ones.
may vary.
Yes, your facilities may vary. Also, if you're like on the TV broadcast versus like you're just the opposing team, maybe they are just like, okay, we'll give you a little extra room.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, not surprised. But props to Bridget. She crushed. Okay, next up we have Paige Beckers, who she's been on a world tour for just the state of Texas.
I was going to say,
Texas
by
athletics.
World tour means Texas.
Yeah. So last week she was at UT. This weekend she attended the Dallas Cowboys game, and she was literally iconic Paige behavior. Shouldn't be surprised, but we are. There's a video of her throwing the football, and she's literally like telling the person on the field, she's like, further, go further, go further. And then she throws an absolute dime. And I can only think of the one comment that I saw in the video that was like, wow, she really ate when she said, God made me a woman because he knew I'd be too good of a football player if I was a man. And I'm like, and heard.
She was right.
And it
was so funny. Like I think I saw like 2 angles. One where she was actually on the field, and the one where she was throwing it like from the stands.
Yeah.
And the kid, I think she was throwing at some kid.
Yeah.
And she was like, you didn't go long enough, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
she's like, don't disrespect me like that. And then it was cute because CeeDee Lamb came up to her post game and was like, I need you to come here more often. Shit, I'm scoring touchdowns. He got his first touchdown of the season, and she was in attendance. She was like,
charm. Come on.
But
did you also see the video? You sent me this, the video of the Cowboys fans who were getting absolutely blinded.
Everyone's sitting in the opposing end zone, like section of the stadium that is opposite the giant ass windows. Absolute blinded. Like everyone squints, covering and it's the whole section. It's the video just showing everyone.
It's crazy. They're like literally going like this, watching football, or just closed eyes watching.
And someone said, how much do curtains cost? Like, Jerry, please. No. There are curtains. He refuses to put them up. I want to remind everyone, he has them. He actively refuses to use them.
Jerry World. Welcome.
Jerry World.
That's a recurring thing.
Oh, God.
Okay. Yeah. Next up. So.
Okay, wait. This is tea.
Yeah. Okay. Caroline and I, a couple months ago,
you called this.
Right. I was like, Simone Biles got a boob job.
And I was like, what? And she was like, no, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you she did. I'm like, we can't talk about it yet because that's not fair to speculate about her body modifications when she hasn't talked about it herself.
And Blake was like, they look great, but like, I want to talk about them because they look awesome.
Look amazing.
And she was like, but I can't because she hasn't confirmed it.
Right.
She did.
Until now. So over the weekend, Simone posted an Instagram story of herself jumping on a trampoline at her house where the text on screen read, first flip, crazy, in a year, in a new house with new insert cherry emojis.
Which, come on.
So she technically alluded to having new boobs, but like, come on, we know what cherries are.
Tatas.
Tata.
Tatas.
You sound like a 12-year-old boy.
They're tatas, obviously.
Wait, I'm scared of you.
I had a really scarring story.
Hurry,
where
tell me.
I announced to the class. Oh my God.
No, what did you do?
It was second grade. It was CCD. Your parents were supposed to come with you. It was a stranger danger class. Classic fourth child. My parents dropped me off.
Yep.
Didn't fucking read the newsletter that week. I was solo in a cafeteria full of my peers and their parents. They were saying, children, what is this area of your body called? And I go, bitch, I know. I've got 2 older sisters. I've got a mom. Pick me. I was doing like the little kid, like hopping out of their seat.
You were so excited
waving.
to say it.
They call me and they go, yeah, Caroline. And I go, those are your breasts. Like so confident. So confidently. And you could hear a pin drop and then everyone erupted. And I was like, oh my God, I want to die. Like, this is so embarrassing. And she goes, actually, no. Call that your bathing suit zone. I said, who the fuck calls it your bathing suit zone?
You were at CCD. I'm not surprised.
Sorry, I said breasts. I was the
you
real
were taught
name.
the right way.
Thank you.
Anatomy.
Anyways, didn't tell my parents that story for like literally 10 years.
I probably still wouldn't have even told. I'd be too embarrassed.
And when I told my mom we were driving on the Jersey Turnpike, she had to pull off. She was crying.
I just started
laughing.
crying.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You're so earnest.
Those are your breasts.
And eager.
So anyways.
Or tatas.
Love your breasts, Simone. Okay. For mine, Maya Rudolph appeared on Kylie Kelsey's podcast, and she admitted that her fave celeb SNL hosts were actually athletes. She went on to say that Derek Jeter was actually one of her all-time favorite hosts and said professional athletes are calm. They're so used to performing live, so by the time they get to SNL, their bodies are so relaxed because they've worked out all morning. And she was just like, someone on our newsletter team, Maria, actually brought this up and she was like, that's kind of a bold take. And I was like, I actually am not surprised by this, like whatsoever.
Because to me, I'm like, I feel like athletes can be so rizless, like no charisma.
Totally, because they're not like used to like putting on.
Right.
But then again, like they love being coached. Like
that's true, actually.
I'm always, maybe sometimes to a fault, looking for like what I did wrong so that I can improve on it. And like that is I'm sure an actor, especially in like a live comedic setting, that's like their dream. They're like, yes, get better. Let me help you. Like, I want this to go well kind of thing.
True. And they can like show off their personality maybe a bit more than they normally can.
Totally. And I think now in today's day and age, there's definitely still athletes that are just naturally shy or introverted. But like for the most part, I think they really have been coming out of their shells more and showing more of their personality thanks to like social media and like all of that. So I wasn't that surprised by it, but I really appreciated that she said that she thinks athletes are like the best hosts.
Right. I'm surprised that she said that too. I would have thought she would have said like a comedian or something.
Or like an actor, like whose job it is.
She's probably like, I'm so sick of them. Like,
she's like,
give
I
me
hate
someone
Hollywood.
normal.
Yeah,
literally.
Totally.
Okay, I want to talk about Miss Natalie Grabeau. I believe that's how you say her last name, who became the oldest woman ever to complete the Ironman World Championship in Hawaii. I loved her story because she started running in her 40s. She learned how to swim when she was 59 years old.
Holy shit.
And she did that just so that she could compete in triathlons. She was like, I want to do them, but I don't know how to swim. And her friends were like, well, just go take a class. And she's like, all right, bet. So she was like reading about swimming.
Wait,
she was taking swimming classes.
Stop.
She did her first Ironman when she was 60 years old.
Oh my
And by the
God.
time at this race that Natalie crossed the finish line, she had been racing for 16 hours, 45 minutes, and 26 seconds. And when she crossed the finish line, she was greeted by a woman whose record she broke, whose name is Sherry Grunfeld. And she became the oldest woman to complete the race in 2022 at 78 years old.
Okay.
And she's also a Jersey girl. So this is probably why she's so successful, because we breed a lot of great talent and a lot of grit and tenacity.
Like, what the fuck? Here's the thing. I think I'm scarred because of college athletics. I'm like, I can't do anything hard ever again. I did the crime. I did the time.
Hard things all the time.
Yeah, but not physically demanding for 16 hours. If there's one thing I could do for 16 hours and 45 minutes, sleep. That's it.
True.
I could not work out that long. Nope.
I think you could do it.
Not of my own free will.
I don't know. Watching her do it made me want to. Okay, I'm not going to run an Ironman.
I was going to say.
No.
We're not going to be friends.
Let's work our ways up
Okay.
to like marathon.
A sprint triathlon looks really fun because it's like the shortened, truncated version of a triathlon. That I'm like, okay, Swimming is so fucking hard. I'm like, I don't think I could do that.
I want to see you in a swim cap.
Oh, and you never will. Okay. Which one was your favorite?
I feel like I had a physical reaction. I think solely because of your CCD story, I have to say Simone Biles' boob job. It looks amazing. She can do no wrong in my eyes. I do question whether or not she will be able to compete in the LA 28 Olympics.
It's got to throw off your
center of gravity, maybe?
Yeah. That's
right.
It. Yeah. It's gotta.
Yeah.
I'd actually love to ask her that question.
Oh, Simone,
if you're listening, do you think that you have to flip in a different way now because your center of gravity is different? Just curious.
Yeah. When she comes on the show, she'll tell us.
Yeah. Or if anyone else, any gymnasts listening who are not part of our very exclusive Itty Bitty Titty Committee, if you are on the other end of that spectrum, do you find it challenging? Do you have to adjust your center of gravity?
That's probably all I've ever known.
I'm very intrigued by this concept.
What was your favorite?
I think the tatas.
Yeah. Oh God, you're freaking me out now. Anyway, thanks for listening to Well Played this week. Next week, Caroline and I are going to do something kind of crazy.
And my life is kind of crazy. I have such brain rot.
You do have brain rot.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get that one.
You'll see, but you have to watch the video next week, okay?
It's like the non-negotiable.
Yeah, non-negotiable. Okay, until next time, thanks for listening to Well Played.
The only podcast in a league of its own.
Love you, mean it. Bye.
Bye-bye.